In New Orleans. We haven't been told where, but I can tell you that it's not going to be at the restaurant right behind me here on St. Charles Avenue. That restaurant still has not reopened now 18 months after Hurricane Katrina. Only 1/3 of the restaurants in New Orleans have reopened, which gives you a sense of the business climate here in New Orleans. And something else, TJ, that the president will not see today is the line of people out at the local Army Corps of Engineers office. This is the last day, the deadline, for people here in New Orleans to sue the federal government, to join a lawsuit against the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, accusing the Corps of negligence in the big levee break at the 17th Street Canal. That was one of the huge levee breaks, one of 3 here in New Orleans right after Hurricane Katrina. They have said all along that this is a man-made disaster, what happened in Katrina. It is not a natural disaster, and so they are suing the federal government. We'll have more later, TJ, from the president when he talks at a local school.
All right, Susan Roach for us in New Orleans. Susan, thank you so much.
Hello, I'm Frederica Whitfield, live at the CNN World Headquarters in Atlanta.
And I'm TJ Holmes. Kira and Don are off today. It's 2:30 Eastern Time, 1:30 Central, and, you know, Chicken Little may have been right. The sky is falling. The sky is falling in a huge chunk of the country. We are tracking everything from blizzards to tornadoes in our severe weather center. You are in the CNN newsroom.
Well, after pounding the Midwest, the storm is moving east. CNN meteorologist Reynolds Wolf joins us from the Severe Weather Center, and we're still hearing a number of sirens in certain parts of Alabama, right?
Oh, absolutely. You know, you mentioned the storm is moving east, and some could argue that it's actually picking up steam as well. These storms have just been incredibly intense, and one we've been following is right here in Dale County, Alabama, just to the northwest of Dothan at this time. Ozark, Alabama. This is that large rotating storm moving now northeast of Enterprise. Now, about, let's see, looking at the clock, about 10, 15 minutes ago, there was visual confirmation of a tornado near the airport at Enterprise. The storm continues to march its way to the northeast, eventually moving into Barber, Coffee, and Dale counties. The tornado warning is going to remain in effect until 3 p.m. Eastern Time, which is about 2 p.m. local time, and places that could be affected are towns like Mabson, Echo, even Blackwood, as you get closer to about 1:43 or so. So if you happen to be in those communities, you want to take shelter immediately. Also, communities like Abbeville, back over to Cuthbert, as far north as Clayton. Not much happening for you, just some scattered showers the time being, but then the heavier stuff is going to be moving to the northeast and moving right through you. So you certainly want to be advised. Farther back out along the I-65 corridor, we're seeing stronger cells. Also as far south as Waynesboro. We're going to watch this for you very carefully through the afternoon, through the evening, and possibly overnight as well. Let's send it back to you at the news desk.
All right, thanks so much, Reynolds.
You bet.
All right, we've been talking about Enterprise and the tornado that was reportedly on the ground there. We want to get more from Walt Thornton, who actually works at the Enterprise Municipal Airport. And Walt, thank you for giving us a couple of minutes here. Tell me, are things still popping and the excitement kind of calmed down now, or what did you see and what just happened?
Well, right now it's just cloudy and the clouds are just moving. But when they're, you know, we had a lot of warnings here, and I kept looking around, so I looked out off to our south. Well, I heard rumbling actually. Looked off to our southwest. And then I saw a huge, to me it was very, very huge tornado going in the valley behind some of our hangars.
You saw this? How? Give us an idea of how far away this was from the airport and your vantage point.
I would say it was not even half a mile. It was probably a quarter mile from maybe. It's hard to judge because there's a valley and trees there.
All right.
But I saw it, debris flying around and everything, so I don't know if there's any damage to anybody around here, but it did not hit anything at the airport itself.
Nothing at the airport, and it sounds like you all, at least the airport, might have made it through okay. Reynolds Wolf has certainly been keeping an eye on this, our meteorologist, and we've been talking about Enterprise for the last half hour or so, I guess, directly. So are they okay now? I guess, can they breathe a sigh of relief, at least for right now?
Well, Mr. Thornton should be okay for the time being, but remember, we still have another round that we're going to be dealing with into the evening hours. But I will tell you that we have some new information that just came in for residents in that area. We're still getting reports of a tornado northeast of Enterprise. We continue to get these reports. The tornado was located near Bowden Terrace, or near Fort Rucker, moving northeast at 40 miles an hour. Many times these storms, these tornadoes, have almost like a a hopping effect where they'll make contact with the ground, then they'll pull up, become a funnel cloud. They'll go back and forth. They'll recede. This one appears to be at least a decent track that it has been making as it veers to the northeast. Again, as I mentioned, we've had reports near Fort Rucker, also near Bowden Terrace. It's a very small community. Here's Ozark right now. You've got Abbeville. Headland is in this area. We're going to be seeing some large hail, some hail